Drivers, start your engines!
Hello everyone and welcome to the Road America Road Course in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. A 24-lap race in the Crown Royal Truck Series, and because the fans loved it last season, we bring back Peter Onjak into the booth now for the Crown Royal Truck Series.
It's bound to be a good one here. You know I love this track, and I know you guys love this track as well. We're setting up for 24 laps of action, one of the longest races of the season, but it should be one providing a lot of excitement, controversy, and implication.
The big story this weekend, Matty Porta, of course, a road course legend for the NSDCA, but still has not won on a road course. He's trying to change that today. Matty Porta starts on pole for Sauber Racing Team. Alongside him, a very strong Watkins Glen racer. That is Ryan Butcher. Behind them is last week's winner at South Boston, Austin Murray, and Tip Foster, another road course guy. Then Alex Benyako, Jay Jefferson, Fitzwater, Burkhart, Curtis, and Onjak. Your top 10. It's going to be a long race here and a long pace lap. Who do you think's going to victory lane today?
Well, if we're looking at team bias, I'd have to say it's the driver of that 40, Tim Foster. He's great at this road courses, and he's been having a great start to the season. Unlike last season where he used to get caught up in wrecks all the time, he's put together a couple top 10s and top 20s, and he's trying to sneak into the chase this season possibly. And if he gets a win here, he might steal one of those wild card spots away if he can't manage to point his way in. But if we're not talking about team bias, I'd have to go with possibly Ryan Butcher, because Butcher has just been pushed back and back and back this season in that 00 Toyota, and maybe today is the time he needs to turn it around for SBR. They've had an up and down season, obviously with Brady Burkhart's woes with having a bumper made out of chrome. Now you got Butcher here at a road course, one of his best tracks. Can he put it together? I think that 00 can, if everything goes his way for one.
Now I'm looking here, the Sauber Racing Team entry, Matty Porta. Of course, it was Sauber that swept 2 of the 3 road course races last season at Sonoma with Emil Alguersuari, who did not make this race, and Alex Kraft, who is no longer on the team. Porta and Fitzwater both starting in the top 10, and Porta having one of the best trucks that they've had at these road courses. I think he'll be tough to beat, especially early on. But as we said, it is a 24-lap race. You'll see a lot of mistakes happening during the race. But Matty Porta, a very solid driver, I think he could find himself in victory lane today.
Corner we're coming through right now is the Carousel. This is probably the toughest corner here at Road America. It's a double apex corner with a little bit of varied banking, especially on the entry, center, and exit. You're going to see a lot of these guys running wide here, putting too much throttle into the car, and they'll go off into the unforgiving kitty litter, gravel, sand trap, whatever you want to call it. It's there, and it's going to punish these drivers for making a mistake. There's another tricky corner coming through right here, a kink. It's a high-speed right-hand flick. You got to make it right, otherwise you're going to have a hard hit into that concrete. This track is 4.048 miles long, and there's so many different characteristics about this track. It's so hard for these drivers to manage, but these are some of the best drivers we have in the NSDCA alone, where we're going to put on a great show.
One other story entering this weekend for the first time this season was Anderson Reed missing out at Road America due to not being chartered. Another driver who is not chartered is Riley Spurleytube. Spurleytube very high in the point standings as well, in the top 20. He should be in hot water, but Anderson Reed missing this race will be on the pit box for the Onj Auto guys today.
I mean, as the owner of Onj Auto, we're putting him to work, so he's going to need a lot, especially coming into Watkins Glen. We knew it was a possibility, and unfortunately it's happened, but that shouldn't be the focus today. We got 40 trucks out here for 24 laps of action. Pace cars down, and they're going to climb the hill coming up toward the green flag.
And it will be a 24-lap race, the first road course of the season. Matty Porta looking to put his name into the chase this season. Ryan Butcher going to start alongside him. Murray and Foster right behind, coming down the front straightaway. Porta and Butcher lead us down. Green flag is in the air, and we are racing at Road America.
Orderly so far. A little bit of 3 wide in the back, especially by the TSR guys, but it looks like it's going to be even Stevens coming in at turn 1.
Matty Porta clears through turn 1. Austin Murray now trying to get second away from Butcher. This is where they'll start going 2 and 3 wide. Down here into turn 3, Alex Benyako going to the inside, jumping his way to the bottom as Murray clears for the second position. Benyako looking for the 4th spot from Tim Foster further back as they go, but turn 5, Porta pulling away. Turn 5 is one of the trouble areas on this track. You might see a bunch of beating and banging and some dive bombs into here, but Porta is going to lead them down into turn 5. Austin Murray, Ryan Butcher, Tim Foster, Alex Benyako, your top 5.
Side by side there for third between the teammates, the 83 and the 00. Tim Foster trying to capitalize as everybody seems to get through it cleanly. Oh, no, they didn't. Strigley's around in the back, but I think they're going to sort it out. Yeah, everybody's got it back going. I think that possibly was the 52 Marcus Sachi involved as well. But now it's Matty Porta and Austin Murray 1-2 pulling away from the rest of the field here into turn 8, and it'll be their first trek through the carousel underneath the Johnsonville-Speedville Bridge.
Matty Porta out in front. He's trying to win this race. Has not won a road course in the NSDCA, but has always been very strong at them. Looking to have the truck today to beat. Murray in second, though. He showed his speed at South Boston. Now he's shown his speed here. Fitzwater.
Oh, Fitzy!
Zachary Fitzwater for Sauber Racing. If we could get to him as the whole field passes him, he's in the sand. His day done right off the bat. And that is not good for Sauber Racing Team. One truck in the race lead, the other one in the gravel. That will bring out the first caution of the day as he is stuck in the gravel pit.
No getting out of there. You're just in there way too far back. But the way that car's spun, that does not look like a mistake on his own. I think he got some help there in his Dodge Ram.
We'll take another look at that as they come back around. Matty Porta leading us back around. It does not look like he wanted to see a caution early on. He and Murray absolutely pulling away from the field as Butcher and Benyako, the teammates, battle for the 3rd position, but it will be Matty Porta leading us back across the line. Austin Murray in second, Benyako, Butcher, and Tim Foster, your top 5. The drivers around Fitzwater looked like it was Burkhart, Jefferson. Onjack was about where he was, so might have been one of those guys giving him as they're going to go 2 and 3 wide at the back of the pack, racing back to the line. But Matty Porta out in front, a very strong start to the race with Murray in second. Zachary Fitzwater got a piece, someone got a piece of Fitzwater down in the carousel. Let's go ahead and take a quick look, see what happened to bring out our first caution of the day here on lap number 1. So Zachary Fitzwater brings out our first caution. He just entered the carousel. He was in the top 10, started in the top 10, but into the carousel, Jay Jefferson goes for a big move up the inside of him, makes some contact, and spins that 59 around, gets him stuck in the gravel, and most likely will end his chances at a race win right away here on lap number 1. But Jefferson and Onjack getting through it. Fitzwater goes out into the tires. Pit stops underway here at Road America. Lap 2 already. Looks like some guys coming in for fresh rubber. Some guys might stay out. Does not look like anyone's going to actually stay out. So everyone trying to get the same pit strategy. All the tires, I guess. There's Fitzwater making his laps around. But Matty Porta in the 20 going to lead us down. What are you seeing off of this first pit stop? Should you go tires or should you go for track position?
I'd go fuel only. There's really no sense of taking tires or anything because there's only putting 1 green flag lap on tires. You're more worried about the fuel here than the tires, I'd say, because it's just, remember, 4-mile track, one of the longest on the schedule. You don't want to run out of fuel here.
It looks like that's what everyone's doing. Fuel only stops for everyone. Does not look like anyone's going for tires as Porta will lead us back out. Austin Murray right behind. Benyako, Burkhart, Freeze, and Cloud are going to gain some spots. And Butcher, a very slow pit stop for him. He's going to lose a bunch of time. This little wall at the end, it's going to be dangerous to come out 3 wide as Curtis had to squeeze his way up. But everyone looks like it's just fuel only pit stops here. Bring you guys back to the action here at Road America after these words from our sponsors.
Don't go into the grass. Don't go into turn 3. Don't go into turn 3. God, no. Jerry, don't go into turn 3. Think of your wife. Think of your kids. Don't do it, Jerry. You have so much to live for. Don't go into turn 3. Jerry! Jerry! Why'd you do it, Jerry? Why'd you go into turn 3? We told you not to. No! Jerry! Kentucky Speedway, the most dangerous corner in NASCAR. Dramatic commercial is dramatic. Fuck me.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Sargento 200 here from Road America, pacing around under caution for a lap 4 green flag restart. Matty Porta took fuel only, just like the rest of the field during the pit cycle, I believe. So his teammate, Zachary Fitzwater, brought out the first caution after spinning off the bumper of Jay Jefferson. He will be restarting in the 40th position. No one is out currently. Restarting second will be the 88 of Austin Murray, last week's winner, and it's been a big start this season for the driver of the 88. Remember, Porta drove this car last season. Then it's 2 SBR cars in Benyako, Burkhardt, 3rd and 4th. Carter Friesen rounds out your top 5 with his own car, 91 of Logan Cloud, P6. Then it's Butcher and Tim Foster, P7 and P9 after falling down. I almost missed Zachary DeLello there in 8th. DeLello's been having a good year himself after kicking off the season with a win at Daytona. Looks like Jay Jefferson rounds out the top 10 in the 48.
Matty Porta, a great pit stop there. Fuel only. Some big costs on Jefferson, on Jack, and Foster. They all lost some time on pit road. Zachary Fitzwater hopefully will be able to get back to the rear of the field. But Matty Porta, Austin Murray, the guys out in front with an SBR duo behind them, and the rest of the field getting ready to pace back around. 3 of 24 complete, only half a lap basically under green flag. But Matty Porta is going to lead us down. Murray, Benyako, Burkhardt, and Friesen. Lap 4 of 24 is going to be right here. We still got a long way to go in this one. Porta leads us down. The flag man has the green in his hand, and we are back racing. Green flag is back in the air at the Sargento 200.
Look at Logan Cloud. Look at Ryan Butcher throwing it 3, maybe even 4 wide, way down there. You've got to be careful here because this is tight corners here at Road America. It's a narrow racetrack. It looks like they're going to get through okay, at least through turn 1. But turn 3's been a trouble spot we've seen in previous years. Mountain Dew Custom Series. Guys go wide here. Guys go off and guys go around here. But I think we're clean at least at the front.
Brady Burkhardt made the move on teammate Alex Benyako. That's for the 3rd spot, is now Matty Porta pulling away with Austin Murray in 2nd. They have gapped the rest of the field. Alex Benyako has Logan Cloud on his outside as they head down into turn 5. Again, turn 5 on restarts, very problematic for the back as everyone slows it down at different points. But Porta and Murray out in front. Strigley went around last time we were down there, and it's going to be Alexa Luchon, Zach Rogers in the back spinning that time. No caution as they were at the back. Nicky Morris was very far back, as well as Zachary Fitzwater. Looks like Eli Bright got a piece of it. Logan Bradley might have as well. And William Duncan, some damage to the 29 as they head now through, coming up to the carousel. Big chaos down in turn number 5. Sets us up for a carousel run. Porta and Murray pulling away.
That was Diego Yepes who I saw go around in the back. I saw a back truck go around, so it's been a tough season for the greatest of all time so far, Diego Yepes, last year's Crown Road Truck Series champion.
We're going to have a flyby out of the carousel here. One of the big problem areas, turn 5 in the carousel, the 2 toughest places. Spurley Tube making it 3 wide with Faye and Marcus Sachi. There you see Yepes. He does have damage from that, so heartbreak there. Fitzwater's caught back up, and Nicky Morris must have pit at the green because he's very far back. But looking up front, top 5 pulled away. DeLello making a move under Friesen. Onjak making a move under Jefferson. Or Foster, sorry.
Did not expect 3 wide through there, but we got big battles throughout this grid. Look at Paul Jackson working his way underneath the 40. Jackson's been really quiet this season in his number 13 with the Taxac truck this weekend. Now he's fighting off them Dodges.
Tim Foster trying to pull up and get around Jay Jefferson. Further back, you got now Matt Sladek going 3 wide on the Onjato duo of Bowers and Onjak up the straightaway, up the hill, and Sladek making a big move in this 30 truck. Looking to the inside of Onjak and Bowers. Might be a big move down into turn 1 here, but Onjak has really slipped back outside of the top 10 at the beginning of this restart already and might lose another spot to Sladek.
Looks like guys just taking him offline, and yeah, he sees he's got to go wide, try and pick up as much as he can. Turn 3 is going to be a trouble spot. Don't want to be on the high side here, especially if you throw it off into the gravel like the car just behind the top 1 or 2 spots almost did. That's the 23, Jacob Rose. He got a little bit of piece of the grass, I think. So and turn 3 is not a good spot for him, especially in the Mountain Dew Custom Series race yesterday.
Back up front, Porta has Murray all over the back of him. Burkhardt, Benyako, Cloud, Butcher, DeLello, Jefferson, Friesen, Foster, your top 10. The field should be a bit more clean heading through turn number 5 this time around as we're a bit more spread out. Mark Silas, though, gets punted off in that 81 truck. We'll make sure Bright is on pit road, Sachi on pit road getting repairs there. Porta out in front, no caution for the spin down in turn number 5. Porta remains in the race lead.
Austin Murray's doing a better job of keeping with that 20. Matty Porta, especially compared to the opening green flag, because Porta rocketed it off, but now Murray's keeping him in. And if Porta makes a mistake or two, he might be right there. But look at this. We got SBR battling for third.
Burkhardt has Benyako all over the back of him, and if you remember earlier this season, Brady actually has not started every race this season as he was suspended at Auto Club for his actions the first 3 races of the season. Back here, though, at Road America, not really a road course guy, but up in third, a great run for the 99 team. Back in fourth, Alex Benyako. He won this race last season in the Mountain Dew Custom Series, looking to bring that into the CRTS, as this is the first season the CRTS has visited Road America. Back up front, Murray trying to catch up to Porta. It's going to be hard to do so against a great driver like Porta. Of course, Porta is a Formula 3 champion over in Europe and came over to the NSDCA about 4 years ago. But Matty Porta out in front, holding on over Murray, but Murray not letting him go too far away.
I saw on the ticker that William Duncan and Diego Yepes have gone out of this race. A heartbreak for them as they were involved there on the restart chaos down in turn 5. But look at this. We're still close for the lead and still close for third. Does Benyako think about looking to 3? No, he's keeping patient with his teammate. Got to play a little bit defensive too because he doesn't want Logan Cloud to close up right behind. But turn 5, Benyako might be setting up for a run. Let's go on board with the driver of the Waffle House.
Down the long straight into turn number 5 as he's going to hit the braking zone. We'll see if he'll be able to drive it in on Brady, and it's not going to happen. He stays right behind him, so it looks like SBR playing a bit more simple today, not trying to wreck their trucks out early as they head up and now under the Corvette bridge, heading down, closing in on the carousel in just a few corners. And see Porta and Murray pulling away, but Brady's going to go wide, and now Benyako's going to be right back there looking for a move into the carousel in this 83 as he heads down into the braking zone, and now they'll head towards the carousel. Porta and Murray still keeping pace ahead. Logan Cloud right behind in that 91.
Carousel turns 9 and 10. Brady washing it up the track. He's going to go off. Cloud goes off right behind him. We got 2 in the gravel. Brady, does he hit the wall? He does. Did Cloud keep it together? Cloud keeps it together. Remember, he went off in the Mountain Dew Custom Series race, but Brady was not there in the Mountain Dew Custom Series race, and he plows the tire barriers. Do we have a yellow? I don't know, but Cloud trying to work underneath Jackson. Oh, lights are on. We have a caution.
Tim Foster damage blowing up in the back in the 40. Heartbreaking for Anjado, their road course guy, now exploding there. But Brady Burkhardt went off, got damage, hit the wall, stalled inside the sand trap as Porta goes wide there. Murray going to try to catch him, but we will be back under caution. 7-24 complete, or 7-24 will be on this time by. But it's Matty Porta in the race lead, just holding on over Austin Murray. Porta will lead us back to the line. Benyako, Butcher, and now DeLello, your top 5, as Logan Cloud has just dropped to 8th. A great performance there, keeping him out of the tire barriers. He will still be in this race.
Brady Burkhardt comes to turn 8 normally, gets a little bit curved, not as much curve as Cloud did, but he's going to get here. Watch the pavement. He gets into the gray, more gray, keeps the gas in it, keeps his foot in it, and there's no point. Keeps his foot in the gravel. You got to feather the throttle in the gravel. It just plows the tire barriers. Cloud knows about this corner because he went off twice in the Mountain Dew Custom Series race, I think. And he kept his foot off the gas, feathered the throttle, and kept it going. And that 91 truck still has a shot in this one, but the 99 is out of competition.
Back live at the Sargento 200. Pit stops under caution. Everyone took 2 tires except the guys that stayed out, including Jefferson, Goforth, Fay, Silas, Bright, Rogers, Strigley, Galloway, Downey, and Kukulon all stayed out during the pit stops. 2 tires set a lot of people scattering the field, but one thing is Peter Onjak lost so many positions on pit road from being hit by DJ Curtis, spun around, and Curtis tried to get back into his pit box, and instead of just driving around Onjak, he decided to just put it in reverse, go on around. So an interesting pit strategy there for DJ Curtis, but we're about to get back racing here at the Sargento 200.
Yeah, that was something, but we got a lot of interesting trucks here at the front of the field. Guys like Joseph Strigley, Mark Silas, Zach Rogers. These guys that we haven't seen all season. Rogers running part-time. He's a DPDS driver. And look at this. He's in like 6th or 7th now. This is just going to be an incredible restart by these guys and see how long the fuel run can last for these guys. If they can get another quick caution, who knows? Maybe the strategy can work out for these guys, and this could be your top 10 at the end of the race. Just going to have to wait and see here from Road America.
One thing to point out, the fuel window, roughly about 6 to 8 laps. Tires can last a bit longer depending on how well you take care of them. But that's why you've seen a couple pit stops early on. It's good to just go down while we're under caution. You won't lose as much time or as much track position. But Jay Jefferson, Cody Goforth, and the rest, they all stayed out trying to make this one interesting. Jefferson out in front, Goforth in second. Rockstar Energy Racing kept 3 of their 4 drivers out. Nicky Morris pit before we went green on the last restart, so that's why he's a bit further back. But Rockstar Energy playing an interesting strategy. The track position puts Jay Jefferson into the race lead. The Cobalt 48 getting ready to bring us down the front straightaway, and the flagman will have the green in his hand. Green flag is back in the air at the Sargento 200.
Look at this. Everybody going every which way, trying to capitalize on this restart. We got 3 wide. We got 4 wide. Matty Porta hauling, coming into turn 1 on these fresh tires. But out front looks to be the 48 of Jay Jefferson making it through. And he is gone. Set sail the rest of the field. 2 and 3 wide throughout.
Now look at Matty Porta making the move, but look at Carter Friesen going to the outside. Everyone went inside. Look at this, 3 and 4 wide heading through turn number 3 there. Onjak is just dropping like a rock. He's stuck on the outside. Heartbreak for them. Turn 5 is about to be Calamity Corner here as Paul Jackson's down pit road. But turn 5 is about to be Calamity Corner. Jay Jefferson out in front. We're going to go ahead, take a quick look and make sure everyone is able to get through. Now Srigley into the back of Rogers. Sladek makes a big dive. Allison sideways, and the first time this race, everyone makes it pretty clean through turn 5. Jefferson, Goforth, and now Silas, your top 3.
I think Paul Jackson may have had a tire go down. We'll check on that later. But look at this. We got some battling possibly for the lead. Cody Goforth starting to hound that 48. Jay Jefferson, and he goes wide.
Silas is trying to capitalize now. That's for the 2nd spot. Fitzwater Australia Racing, remember, they are at a very big disadvantage. Their Mountain Dew Custom Series programs both shut down. He's right now in the 3rd spot, trying to keep this team alive. Maxwell Fye in 4th. You got Zach Rogers for Evernham in 5th. He's a part-time driver for Texas Star Racing and MDCS CRTS, but a DPDS full-time driver. He's up in the 5th spot as his regular team owner, Jay Jefferson, pulls away. Fye very slow through the kink. That puts Rogers up into 4th.
I try to move underneath South through the kink. That's not really a good passing opportunity. You really had to check up, and that's going to cost him 2 spots.
Srigley back here, talking about him real quick. A driver who has failed to make every race this season except Auto Club and only came home with a mediocre top 25 finish. Right now, the road courses, that is where he loves to race at. He's trying to hang on up here, but no, he's going to bring it down pit road early. Maybe he was just trying not to damage the truck on pit road, but Srigley will bring it down early on here. He's the first driver in from that first group.
Here we go. Rogers and Silas side by side. Jake Galloway trying to mix it up with these guys. Silas might clear. Rogers thinks about throwing it in, but he thinks better of it. Backs off in that 80-02 as the 84. Jake Galloway looks like his hood's buckled up a little bit, possibly from turn 5 early on in this one. But we got some side by side back there between teammates. Get this. Downey and Kukulon, the 2 stars for Rockstar Energy Racing, fighting hard.
Further behind them, we want to point out these are where the fresher tire guys are who came in and pit. So once all these guys in front come in, this would be the battle for the lead as Friesen is going after Matty Porta. You got further behind, that is the 00 of Ryan Butcher. Friesen runs into the back of Downey. Some contact there trying to get around these guys. Spurley to Murray. Sladek also back there, but major chaos down here. Friesen with a bit of damage to the front end. Hopefully he'll be able to continue on with that. Butcher clears Porta. That is for what would be the 2nd position once these guys come in. It's more like the end of the top 10. Jay Jefferson, though, continuing to pull away out in front.
Man, I'm worried. I'm worried for Friesen and Butcher because their trucks got smashed in those noses. I don't know if they can make that work. Those guys might be starting to overheat, especially because how buckled up them hoods are. Just a little bit, it looks like, but more damage internally than externally, especially with the stronger noses.
That's what a lot of the team owners did not like about Road America. Turn 5, just in a pack. It's so hard to figure out your braking points, so hard to brake all together, so you'll see a bunch of contact there. So some guys might be upset with each other after this race, but Austin Murray going for a big move on Butcher down here as they head down into
Canada corner.
All right, Canada corner, thank you. Peter, our resident Road America knowledge man. Friesen going wide further back. We'll see if he'll have to bring it down pit road. Downey further back now has lost some spots. Hopefully Friesen will be able to stay out, but he's going pretty low as the guys up in front are also coming into pit. Friesen's going to come in. Butcher will come in as well to get some repairs to that. Jay Jefferson brings it on in. That will hand the lead over to Sebastian Kukulon. Did not lead that lap, but Kukulon will be your race leader right now here at Road America as he heads down into turn number 1.
Paul Jackson's out of the race, but look at this. Something we never thought we'd see this season after an abysmal start. Sebastian Kukulon leading a race.
And it's great there. If you remember the first 4 races this season, he only scored 6 points, had 0 finishes inside the top 35. That's just insane for a driver of his stature, of his history in the NSDCA, almost a Season 2 MDCS champion. He is now trying to rebuild back up, but last week at South Boston had a great performance in that 12 truck, got himself inside the top 10. Now he's out in front here, but Matty Porta looking hungry to take that lead away. He's back there sitting in the 2nd spot.
Oh man, I think that's Luchon back there. Someone's hood is buckled.
That is the 4 of Alexa Luchon. Heavy front end damage to that Craftsman 4, probably down turn 7 once again. Hopefully she'll be able to continue around. She is the only female in this race today. Looking further back, that's not Nikki Morris. Logan Bradley, a bit of front end damage as well. Bowers now. Fitzwater really rebounding as he clears Peter on Jack. That's around the 20th to 25th position. We'll get the update as the ticker comes back around. But Fitzwater starting to make his charge back to the front. Might be too late to win this race, but he could still salvage a top 10 run.
Yeah, Fitzy was lucky that he got a caution, and people came down the pit road. As my smoke alarm's going off, I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah. So Fitzy, he really benefited that he was on the lead lap, and it turns out at the end of the day, he's going to come through and pick up some positions because everybody pit. He pit, he stayed up in the lead lap, got the cautions, he's right back in this. If he can make this work, who knows? He could win this race. Anybody can win this race. It's Road America.
Further up, you saw Carson Bowers make the move on Logan Bradley. A lot of guys with damage throughout the field. It's just how you look at this. Porta runs it wide. That gives Downey the shot to the inside. Remember, Downey and Kukulon did not pit under that last caution. Now Sebi looks like he just wants that bonus point. Caution is actually out. No idea what that was, but Kukulon, his strategy may have just worked. And it's Mark Silas.
Oh, Mark Silas. That's down at turn 7, so could it be something from turn 5 that he's only limping around because that car's not going extremely fast at all? Or didn't he pit? He probably wrecked with somebody that he came down to pit with. Oh, man, that's heartbreaking for the FAR team.
Jake Galloway further back. There's Maxwell Fye looking for anyone with some rear end damage here. It doesn't really look like it is. Strigley's trying to pass Bright. Jay Jefferson is on pit road, and it looks like that's who he might have tangled with. And heartbreak for Jay, who was on that alternate pit strategy. Not going to work out for him. But Mark Silas and that 81 team, their day is going to be done.
Boy, Team Boss Rex and now your driver Rex. What is there left to do for Fitzwater Australia? They already got a bailout. They already canceled their MDCS team. Could this be the final nail in the coffin from the team down under?
And that is heartbreak. But again, Kukulon and Downey, this is great for Rockstar Energy Racing. Goforth came down to pit a lap ago, so he might stay out, be able to take the lead of this one. But Kukulon and Downey are up front, as well as Nikki Morris was still up here. So it could be interesting on this pit strategy and restart that we will see. Carter Friesen, they just tore the hood off of that in the 00. Looks like both of those trucks were overheating. But Jay Jefferson and Mark Silas look to bring out the caution here, just under halfway at Road America.
A normal pit stop for the Cobalt team, and Jay Jefferson goes absolutely wrong when he blends back onto the track. Joseph Strigley racing around. He pit the lap before, torpedoes into the 48, dumps him across the track, and JJ does not go into the gravel. He thinks it's okay. He gets back onto the gas, trying to merge, but he's unsighted. Hits the end of the wall, plows right into Mark Silas. Their days are done.
Strategy here at Road America. A lot of guys coming in, trying to top off on fuel. After that first incident, a couple guys staying out, a good group of guys staying out. Downey and Kukulon, of course, had to come in. You got Alexa Luchon. She's going to have to repair that front end damage to the 4. You got DeLello, Rose, Strigley's back in. Might have been some damage to the 63 they want to buff out. But DeLello's going to be the one on in. We'll take a look at his pit stop, see if they go. And it'll be a fuel-only pit stop for Zachary DeLello. Him and Rose playing the fuel strategy there. He's got Fitzwater and Onjak still coming in. Kukulon will beat these guys out. No, I think he'll actually lose to DeLello, but Kukulon was at the back of this pack the whole race. Now this fuel strategy, he might be one of the guys up front at the end of this one. A great strategy for Rockstar Energy Racing.
Yeah, I think he was going to pit, but then he saw the caution came out, so he stayed out, got a lap led, and then he brought it back down, got some fresh tires, and he's going to end up cycling out mid-pack. So this is an absolute dub for Rockstar Energy Racing.
As well, Alexa Lucha on that caution couldn't have come any better. They just ripped the hood off of that thing with help of AJ Jones, and they just took the took the hood out. Now he's back in. Now she's back in this, back in front. But Onjak's still at the back of the pack. I don't think it was his pit crew that time. I think it was just him being at the back of the pack. But we have another pace lap here before we go back green. Let's go ahead and start talking about a few of these guys in the field as Porta's up in the race lead. But look at second, Matt Sladek in this 30 truck, a team that has DNQ'd 4 of the 6 races so far this season. What about Sladek, the rookie, up here in this number 30?
By far, it's very interesting to see him up here. He's definitely a road course ace, and we saw in the Mountain Dew Custom Series race, he showed his muscle during that one. And now you got Riley Spurley too. Look at Spurley. Started P40 on the grid. He's up to P3. People say road courses you can't pass on. The NSDCA road courses are boring. The only race they must have watched then had to be Sonoma last year, because we've seen a lot of interesting racing and strategy here today, because Spurley has made up 37 or 38 positions.
That is true. Up front, it's mostly been the guys in the race lead. They are able to pull away, like Porta and Murray were dominant at the beginning of this one. But you see inside that top 5 on back, these guys are making moves, making strategy calls, and now Spurley Tube has a chance at possibly winning this race. Spun it in qualifying in the carousel. They had to go to a backup truck. Now he is up in 3rd. Logan Cloud as well, a driver who says he is not a road course guy, not a fan of the road courses. That pedal-to-metal racing truck up in 4th, but look in 5th. Austin Murray dominant early on with Porta. He's up here still trying to fight his way to a race win.
Yeah, Murray's got a great shot at this, I feel, on that number 88. He's obviously probably the second fastest car behind Matty Porta. So it's going to be very interesting to see here, especially on this restart. Look at Irving Allison, though. Haven't talked much about him all day in the Pringles truck. His 82 car, Toyota. He's had an up and down season, I'd say. An average rookie season. He's had some good runs and had some DNFs. I know he DNF South Boston, but the 82, he's doing good today, running P6, 7.
He's right now in 6th. Carter Friesen going dipping out of line. Is there an issue with Friesen back there? Might be another engine issue, possibly from that damage before, but he's starting to fall a couple spots back.
Anything pop up?
Tire failure on the 85. He's going to have to go down pit road and sort that out. So an issue on the 85. Heartbreak for him. A bad day already going to worse as he has some damage now. But back up front, Matty Porta will be getting ready to lead us down. Jefferson and Silas are out. DJ Curtis is actually out with a camshaft issue. Paul Jackson out with a suspension issue. So just like the road courses like Watkins Glen, it looks like this race could be one of attrition coming to the end of this. But we still have. It'll be 11 laps to go this time by. Hopefully we'll be able to see some green flag racing. Turn 5 will probably be another spin on a restart. But we'll see who will be able to survive. Matty Porta, Matt Sladek, Riley Spurley Tube, Logan Cloud, your top 4. With Austin Murray in 5th. Porta will lead us back to green, and we're getting ready to go back racing in the Sargento 200.
Up the hill, just like the Mountain Dew Custom Series. Very late on the gas for these restarts, but we should be getting the green flag just here right when they hit this little strip of pavement. And there it is, green flag. Logan Cloud, Austin Murray jumping down, blocking Irving Allison hard. But that's one car jumping out even further. That's Alex Beniaco trying to go with his SBR teammate. Murray thinks about going underneath Cloud. He can't get there. Allison lets up on the inside, and it's all Matty Porta out front, but he gets a little wide. Does Matt Sladek have time to strike into turn 3? Does not look like he tucks back into line. Cloud Murray still side by side there now for 4th, as Alex Peters looks like he's making up ground as well in that 45.
Alex Peters is one guy we didn't talk about much this race, but he is now up front after some pit strategy as well. Irving Allison, now he's side by side with him. You got Beniaco, Butcher back there. Butcher no hood on that 00. He's still up front. 3 wide, Logan Bradley down to the inside, looking for a move on, I believe, Cody Goforth and Zachary DeLello. Goforth runs into the back and dumps Carson Bowers.
Goforth must have been worried about Bradley not seeing the truck right in front of him, and that's going to be a heartbreak for the 25. He was doing good, but Goforth's probably going to have to pit with that damage, I'd have to say.
We're looking at Logan Bradley, though. He's one of the few. He has some hood damage, might be overheating in there, but he has some damages. DeLello and Faye go sideways coming off of the corner there. Now you got Galloway in the 84 looking down to the inside. We're just going to go head up and make sure there's no caution there. You see Friesen back out, but Porta out in front. Sladek and Spurleytube getting a bit wide through the carousel, but Matt Sladek hanging strong right behind the Italian driver of Matty Porta. Can Sladek possibly win this race? Everyone still has to make at least one more pit stop. The question is, when will you make that pit stop? The fuel tank's roughly about 7 to 8 laps, depending on how much you save. We are going to be at 10 to go this time by.
Definitely be interesting to see as we come through Canada corner. Looks like everybody single file throughout the rest of the field. Maybe we can get a flyby here as they come through Thunder Valley and turn 13.
Murray all over the back of Cloud as they go. But yeah, single file. Looks like everyone's just trying to mind their P's and Q's. Onjak not minding his P's and Q's as he's diving up. Angry in that 44 after a very solid start to this one. He's now looking for spots as we stay clean and green so far. Sladek and Spurleytube pulling away, but they are right on the back of Porta as they head back down into turn 1 now with 10 laps to go.
Porta went wide in turn 1 last time by. Does he do it again? Watching, he gets this a little bit curved. The apex, and he's A-OK coming out now underneath the Briggs and Stratton Bridge over one of the tunnels here at the track into turn number 3. Sladek still not quite there. Turn 5, though, could be a big dive bomb here for the driver of the Tunity Toyota.
And Matt Sladek, SBR has caught a lot of flack this season for their aggressive driving. The 30 just DNQing many races. Right now they're in second. Now Butcher does have damage and Burkhart went wide, but he didn't make Cloud go wide. And right now Sladek up in second. Brady is out of this one, but you also got Benyako, Butcher, and Irving Allison all hanging on up front. Quick look back through the field, making sure we're all clean and green. And Onjak goes sideways, and Alexa Luchon flies in there and hits him right at the end as well.
What was Luchon doing?
Man, she just flew in there. I don't know if she got help or maybe she just lost it into turn 5, but hits Onjak. Onjak must have got help. See the front end of that. Maybe he was getting back at Cody Goforth. Friesen, Rose, Stapleton at the back. So Rose and Stapleton might have been running out of fuel. Up front, though, Spurleytube looking for second on Sladek as Cloud's now gaining on both of them. Porta, though, has checked out.
Yeah, Spurleytube does a good move by staying with him, staying behind that 30, not making a look into the kink because it's really hard to go too wide there, especially if the person on the inside checks up so much. Cloud is to make a look into Canada corner. He's right there on the bumper of the 28. No.
Murray up to 5th, though, as they kind of stacked up. Drew lost a bunch of time from Porta. Cody Goforth actually out of this one after that contact with Carson Bowers. Looking back, Logan Bradley with how much damage he has. It's great that he's staying out, trying to continue on. Maybe they're just going to try to nurse it home to the caution. For the back, Dusty Neal. DJ Gibson not having a great day in that 53. Sachi at the back. There's Fitzwater still making up spots. And Logan Bradley now, he's going to come on in. This must be a scheduled pit stop. We saw someone else coming in. Alex Peters, Riley Spurleytube. This stop means they will have to pit again. I don't think you can save 9 laps of fuel unless we have another caution. But with the field spreading out, we might be able to see some green flag racing finally here at Road America.
It's a bold strategy to pit. I think I kind of like that. Because if these guys can get some cautions, make it to the end, they'll be right up there at the front. But will we get another caution? These guys still racing hard, especially here in the mid-pack. Their guys taking tires, so we'll have to see if people come down next time by.
Right now up front, a bit spread out, single file racing, just trying to hang on. Alex Benyako all over the back of teammate Irving Allison. That is for the 5th position, and they're going to make the move, make the look into turn number 5. Will Benyako shove Irving out of the way? No. They're going to be nice to each other. Surprising out of those SBR guys. Jake Galloway goes in trying to get a nudge into DeLello and tried to dive bomb. It was a little too late there. Zach Rogers, Nicky Morris, Zachary Fitzwater back through the field. There's Carson Bowers as well. Joseph Strigley, who got into Jay Jefferson early. Alexa Luchon, Neal Onjak at the back of this one, just checking through the field as Spurleytube's back out. Bradley, they hammered the hood down a bit on the 94. He seems good, but Matty Porta now pulling away a very big gap out in front.
Yeah, Tim Foster went down to the 94 pit rocks with a baseball bat, I heard, and just hammer the hell out of that thing on that hood. Get it down, get Bradley back out there. But Porta setting sail out front over Matt Sladek. Logan Cloud up to third after pitch strategy by Riley Spurley too. Murray, though, keeping steady with that 91. Irving Allison, Alex Bediaco, and Ryan Butcher with no hood right up here in the top 10 still. We got a lot of SBR up here with Brady out of the race. Jake Galloway doing good as well, and Kukulon trying to work his pitch strategy to the end of this one.
Kukulon up in 9th. Great run today after we saw at the beginning of this race he was outside the top 30. Just running around. We're going to come around. Porta is going to bring it on in, and that should be right there. This will be, I believe, 7 or 8 to go, meaning this could be the final pit stop of the day. Porta brings it in. Will anyone stay out? We're going to switch to a bit of a wider angle shot there to see if anyone will stay out, but the whole field coming in. Ryan Butcher crests the hill. He is still on track.
Who would have thought a truck with no hood would be leading this race? Jake Galloway, Sebastian Kukulon staying out as well. I think those guys are on that alternate strategy, so it's going to be interesting. Let's watch the pit stop of the Italian stallion, Matty Porta. 2
tires on to the left side of the truck now. They're going to go over to the right side, take those tires as well. This pit stop, a little bit different. Of course, the pit road on the opposite side of most of the oval tracks. This and Watkins Glen have 2 interesting pit roads, so Porta bringing it on out. Narrowly misses the pit wall there, but will hope and see. Is anyone behind him? Friesen and Peters, will they make an issue? Peters looking to make a big move down into the into turn 1, but there's no one around him to really worry about. And does not look like anyone will be Jay Jefferson today. Ryan Butcher, Kukulon, Galloway, Perez, Fay, I believe that's Gatlin Downey, Nicky Morris, Zachary DeLello, Rogers, Fitzwater, Gibson, Sachi, Srigley, Luchon, Neal, and Peter Onjak all stayed out, but Riley Spurley-Tube is going to cycle out in front of Matty Porta.
Oh, the undercut worked. The undercut worked. Unbelievable. Spurley-Tube gone out front. If he can make the fuel work, maybe even get a caution. He's got his teammate there, Eli Bright. He could hold up Matty Porta back there as we cycle up through the field. It's Ryan Butcher leading this thing with no hood. Kukulon's actually passed Jake Galloway for a second. I think he did that back in turn number 5. But this is some amazing strategy and amazing racing, and it could be a last-to-first showdown for Riley Spurley-Tube.
Now, again, these guys are pretty spread out. We saw when they get spread out, they really don't make as many mistakes, and we've had a nice green flag run right now. Hopefully we don't jinx it, but most likely a good portion of these guys are going to come down pit road. One guy was out into the dirt. No caution there, I don't think. Murray might be getting attacked 3 wide by Friesen and Peters coming off the carousel back there, but now Friesen going to look to the inside. He has no hood. Trying to make the move into the kink. Not going to happen as he goes over the rumble strips. Now Porta going to be passed by Sladek. Bright a bit slower up in front. Either these guys are just pulling up on him and he's being conservative or what, but Spurley-Tube is gone. More guys coming down pit road. Butcher comes in. Nicky Morris will cycle into the race lead.
Yeah, Nicky Morris, he's been way off the pace. He's on an alternate strategy. He's probably out of this one, but I've been wrong many times. Maybe I'm wrong on this one too. Who knows if he can get a caution? Who knows what'll happen after that?
Actually, Kukulon's the race
yeah,
leader.
I think Porta was trying to get past Bright there in the kink, and you can't pass in the kink because they're gonna hog the middle groove, and that's what's gonna happen. And now he still can't get past Eli Bright. Logan Cloud's gonna try and come through for what? Provisional 3rd, I believe.
Whoa! Cloud dives. Bright has damage, I think, to the front of that one. That's why he was slow. And Cloud made a huge move on Porta down to the inside. Now Murray's gonna get into Rose. Spins Jacob Rose into the inside wall. Will we have a caution for that?
That has to be a caution.
It will be.
Yep.
And Kukulon is your race leader.
He is?
Kukulon is
Did he
still in
take
the race
two
lead.
off?
He
wasn't
has not
two
pit.
off?
I don't think he's pit. I didn't think he pit last time around. I must have
thought
missed
he
him.
pit. Oh, I guess he didn't pit.
Kukulon.
Okay, Sebi.
Kukulon, Morris, Fitzwater, Gibson, Srigley, Neal, Sachi all stay out. But if this cycles around, this could be your race leader once those guys pit in front of him. And Spurley-Tube could be looking at a race win. Sladek up to 2nd would, if this cycles out. Sladek would be 2nd, Cloud 3rd, Porta 4th, Butcher 5th. Friesen, Peters, Murray, Bright, and Fay, your top 10. We'll go back up front, make sure these guys are able to make it around. But this will set us up within 5 laps to go. I believe this might be about a 3-lap to go restart as they're still racing around. Jacob Rose dumped by Austin Murray, but Kukulon trying to make the strategy work in the 12. He's at least going to have some bonus points. Maybe he'll have some fresh tires for this late race restart. We're coming back to take the caution flag.
It's going to be wild.
And let's see, we'll go ahead and let them race across the line. Kukulon will be the first one back. And yes, with 5 to go next time by, I believe we'll be going racing with about 4 to go. Zachary Fitzwater up in 3rd with that alternate strategy. Srigley up to 5th in that 63. You also got Dusty Neal up here. Of course, Sachi up here as well for Smart Motorsports and their R&D truck. As the field continues to cycle around, Riley Spurleytube, I think, is the next one up. DeLello is on pit road 2. I don't think there's an issue there. We'll check and see if there is an issue with the 57 crew as our pit reporter is running down to that team right now. But Riley Spurleytube looking to sit pretty here. If these guys all pit in front of him, he could be your new race leader here at the Sargento 200.
Side by side, Jacob Rose, Austin Murray. Murray on sequence, Rose off sequence, I believe, and into the brakes. There's Ryan Butcher blending. Bam! 23 nails him. Murray slides up. 23 was slow and gets absolutely dumped into the tires. Another bad race at Road America for Jacob Rose. He's out of this one. Zachary DeLello also here in the 57 has a massive mechanical failure through turns 2 and 3. Blew out the rear tires as engine parts shot out of that thing, so it's going to take a while to clean up for that Applebee's cars as it absolutely just grenades.
Oh my God! Slatic!
Oh! Folks, to Road America, we got a huge development here. Riley Spurleytube is pitting with the guys that are off sequence, and none of the other leaders are staying out. It's going to be Matt Slatic who's going to take him to the green flag. Oh, boy.
Shade Eves has to be cackling in his suite right now watching this race, because Slatic in the 30 truck could come out and win this race now. Riley Spurleytube, no word on why he came down pit road. Maybe he thought he did pit a lap or 2 earlier than the fuel window usually allows, so maybe he was just afraid. You see Kukulon back there, Fitzwater as well, Strigley coming off pit road with Gibson. There nose to tail, Carter Friesen cuts off Bradley. Those two still on pit road. Matt Slatic for Shade Burkhart Racing is in the race lead. Logan Cloud now sits 2nd. Porta is 3rd. Don't count him out. Butcher was showing he could lead without a hood. And Austin Murray 5th. This restart could be absolutely chaotic, but we know the leader has not been passed on track yet. Turn 1 is going to be where Cloud, if he's going to win this race, that's where he has to make the move. But this restart is about to be insane.
Didn't Alex Peters pit on the lap with Spurley? I think Spurley just figured that he was just going to be like, everybody's going to come down. It's going to be a late race restart. It's going to be a crapshoot. But no, everybody else stayed out. And Spurley possibly just choked away one of the greatest performances the NSDCA could have ever seen. But Slatic, Butcher, Allison Pagnaco, all of SBR are still up here. Zach Rogers is like 10th. Is Srigley up here too? I can't tell.
Srigley.
No, it's a 16. Sorry. So Srigley not up here. I think he pit. But Zach Rogers, Jose Perez, Jake Galloway. Oh my goodness. Brad Cheston in the 78. Hello. He won on a road course before.
It will be hard for these guys mid-pack to get up to the front, but still, not everyone in this field's going for a race win. Some of these guys up front going for a race win, but you got drivers like Alex Peters. Of course, he's in the chase, but he wants to get up there, get some of those bonus points. You also got guys like Gatlin Downey. Zach Rogers just wants a good finish. So does Brad Cheston. It's going to be difficult if these guys would be able to make it to the front. Everyone should be good on fuel unless they're really pushing it, and with this extra 2 pace laps, you can really save fuel. We'll be back racing with, I believe it'll be 4 laps to go, but Matt Slatic for Shade Burkhart Racing is looking to take the win and prove an upset on the road courses.
Got possibility for many, many amazing performances here. Matt Slatic, Logan Cloud, Matty Porta looking for their first wins. Right, because Porta hasn't won in the trucks, has he?
Porta's only career win came back in Season 2 of the Mountain Dew Custom Series at Dover. Of course, he had the 1 pole at Watkins Glen, but that was when he got wrecked out by teammate Alex Kraft.
That's right. And he was on the pole again today, but Kraft not in this one, so Porta doesn't have to fret about that. Ryan Butcher with no hood, if he won that race, that'd be something. Irving Allison, Maxwell Fye, Zach Rogers. Oh my gosh, if they could get up here and possibly steal us, it's going to be a long shot for them where they are, but that'd be something. Zachary Fitzwater, oh my goodness, I think he's going to take Jay Jefferson's head off and grill it, because remember, Jefferson wrecked Fitzwater early on, and then Jefferson ended up wrecking on pit exit and taking out the 81, so Fitzwater has to be furious with JJ right now. But I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. I haven't heard anything yet from the 59.
Fitzwater, one thing to point out, he has Eli Bright behind him, Riley Spurley to a bit further ahead of him. Fitzy, if he wants to get him back, turn 1 might be the place to do it. But one thing to point out, Ryan Butcher win this race. What kind of diecast would that be for a race win? Matt Sladek out in front for Shade Burkhardt Racing. Logan Cloud for Pedal to Metal. Sauber Racing Team's number 20 with another Shade Burkhardt Racing 00, and Mid-South Automotive's 88. Bunch of teams up here looking to win at Road America. It is Sladek in the race lead. A chaotic race, but everyone should be good to take the green flag. 28 trucks on the lead lap. Sladek and Cloud leading us down with Porta, Butcher, Murray, Peters, Allison. Zach Rogers is up here. Many guys looking for great finishes. Coming down the front straightaway. Getting the green flag right here. 4 to go in the Sargento 200. Green flag is in the air. Cloud right on the back of Sladek. And he makes the move for the race lead.
Here he comes. He's got to use those right Betsis brakes hard into turn 1. Brake him late. Sends it in. Oh, he might have used a little bit too much. Porta's wide. That could give Butcher third. But Sladek looks like he's checking out front. We got a lot of 3-wide action back here. I think everybody hopefully makes it clean through turn 3. Murray trying to go to the outside of Porta when they come down to turn 5. It looks like we're clean in the back. Cloud, can he get back on Sladek? Looks like he got a good drive off through 3.
Down into turn 5 again. This is the chaos corner. You're going to see, if you thought these guys were hitting each other hard early on, Cloud gives Sladek a bumper.
He bumped him. Oh boy. Looks like Butcher's going to take P3, and we are clean in the back.
Fantastic. We're cleaning the back this late in the race, but we're still 3 wide all the way back there. Murray goes wide. Porta's pretty much out of this one, but Cloud is all over the back of that 30. He knows that Porta knows that he must be out of this one. He just goes wide back there and into the sand, but Cloud is aggressive. He wants that first win. Twice this season, he has been a dominant driver. At Las Vegas, he lost to Perez. At Auto Club, he lost to his pit crew. Now he's looking to win at Road America today. Butcher very wide at the back, but he keeps it on track for now.
No, he doesn't.
Keeps it going. Great job.
Oh my goodness, what a save, Ryan Butcher, but he won't come out P3. Austin Murray's going to come out P3. Canada corner, another passing opportunity. Cloud's going to say oh so ever close to Matt Sladek if he wants to make a move, because once they cross this finish line here, it'll be next flag ends the race. I think if we get a caution this time by, we're going to get 1 to go, but lights are not on, so I think we're going to be clean till the end unless we get a caution.
That is correct. The pace laps, 2 laps here would leave us with 1 to go, but not this time by. If the lights on the pace truck stay out this time by, next flag ends the race. Cloud with a great drive off of the corner. He's going to look for Matt Sladek up the hill. Now taking it 3 to go at Road America. Murray clear in 3rd. Cloud is all over the back of Matt Sladek. Sladek, the rookie, looking to win his first career NSDCA race, but Cloud looking for his first CRTS win. Down into turn 1, Cloud stays right there. Sladek drives a bit higher. Cloud stays low. This could be the battle for the win.
And it's shaping up to be a great battle. Cloud still right there. Oh, he goes wide! A little bit. But that could be enough. That could be the factor. Matt Sladek is gone. He's doubled, maybe even tripled his gap.
But that brings Austin Murray into the equation now. He's back there, could make a move for second, especially down into turn 5. These guys don't like to use their own brakes. They like to use everyone else's. Cloud tries to dive it on in. Won't be into Sladek that time. Matty Porta's back at 6th. He's getting pinched between Peters and Benyako. But Porta's day went from a possible race win. Those pit calls now drop him back. Carson Bowers, Maxwell Fay, they're trying to defend each other all the way back. But we stay clean once again through turn 5. The lights are still off on the pace truck. We are not under caution, but Cloud is driving that 30 back down.
Carousel was tricky for both these guys in the Mountain Dew Custom Series race. How do they manage it these final 3 laps? Can they make it work? Austin Murray trying to reel them in the 88. He was really nowhere in the MDCS race, but all three of them were there, as well as Matty Porta. Is he still sitting back there in fourth? No, it's Butcher. Alex Peters wide in the carousel once again. He gets the tire barrier, but he should be fine. Maxwell Fye is well off, but he keeps it. He keeps the truck down. He locked up the brakes, and he's back out onto the track. Down in the Canada corner once again. Does Logan Cloud dive it in? No, he does not, but he is close. The gap has been made up by the 91.
The
It's
30
gonna
went
be 2
wide.
to go here. 8 miles left in the Sargento 200.
Sladek went a little wide. Cloud goes wide as well. We are still green. 2 laps to go this time by as we come around. And it is this 30 of Matt Sladek out in front trying to hang on over Cloud. Murray drops into third. Battle for fourth as Porta shoves his way under Butcher. That is for the 4th spot. Back in 6th, Alex Benyako. Spurley Tube is back in. There is an issue on that 28. Peters is in as well. Those two, Peters pit when Spurley did the first time. Stapleton also pit with Spurley Tube that first time, but Spurley back down pit road. That could be an issue on the 28.
Did he not put gas in when he came down? I don't understand it. Oh, Cloud's a little bit wide again at turn 3. Oh my goodness me. You know, turn 3 was catching out Colton Lang throughout the entire MDCS race, and now it's Logan Cloud again. There's something about second place in turn 3. I don't understand it with this track. But Logan Cloud trying to reel back in Matt Sladek. If there's one mistake out of that 30, the GMCCA or the 91 will be right there.
For the back, we're seeing Porta now. He's trying to make the move back. He doesn't have the time, but he has the speed, he has the truck, and he has the talent if he was able to get up there. But again, we do not have any time for cautions now. Just looking back through, making sure we're clean through turn 5. Now Fitzwater shoves on Jack out of the way. That's the wrong Dodge team, Fitzy, but he still gets aggressive with the 44. Bright further back. Spurley Tube drop back. Stapleton and Peters all off of pit road. Chested still down there. Holy cow!
They're both wide. Murray's going to try go around the outside in the carousel. Oh, that's not going to work. He backs off. Smart move. Sladek. Oh, he's off! The leader!
Sladek's off into the tires, does not follow Burkhart's path. Logan Cloud is looking for his first win. He has to hold off Austin Murray though, but Cloud is now going to be in tears for this final lap. If he can hang on, he will win. Sladek loses it in the carousel, back to 3rd, Porta 4th. The one thing about the top 5, the top 4, they all drove in the race yesterday, but now Logan Cloud has to hold on over Austin Murray on this final lap here at Road America as they cross the line this time by.
Cloud was close to winning at Las Vegas and Mesa Marin this year. Austin Murray was close to Cloud was close to winning at Las Vegas and Auto Club. Murray was the one close to winning at Mesa Marin, and now Murray's looking for his second win. Cloud looking for his first. White flag out at Road America as they fight for 3rd, but the fight for the lead is close.
Cloud has Murray all over the back of him. Again, Cloud just has to not mess up. He messed up turn 3 the last 2 times. Murray, though, in 2nd. That's the curse for being 2nd into turn 3 is you run it wide. And he goes a little wide, not as wide as Cloud, maybe trying to get some momentum, but he loses some time. Further back, Benyako makes the move under Butcher. Just checking through the field one more time as Rogers goes wide. Onjak got back past Fitzwater. Everyone is clean and green. This will be the race for the win, and it's Logan Cloud for Pedal to Metal Racing in the race lead.
He's got a good gap into turn 5. There's still a lot of other braking zones. Turn 8, 12, and 14. Possible passing opportunities for Austin Murray. This track is great in the fact of all the passing opportunities. It's a big fight for 3rd, but we're watching the Ray Bestis GMC come through. Looks like the 3rd place fight, single file. Murray is laying back. He knows Cloud wants this, and if you make it through the carousel safely, he should be home free. Through 8, gets a little bit of curb, not too much. That's the perfect line you want to be on.
And now he went off at the carousel before. He's making sure to stay on that dark gray. Murray's the one that has to push. Cloud does not. The tears have to be forming in his eyes. Carter Friesen as well. This is his truck. They have never won in the Crown Royal Truck Series. Cloud has not won in the CRTS. Friesen now, he's pretty much out of this one with the hood. But Cloud down into Canada corner. This is the last opportunity that Murray has, and he's way too far back. As long as Cloud hits his marks, Murray dives it in. He tries everything, goes wide. Logan Cloud, 2 more corners to go.
It won't matter. We saw Larry Hagan get an emotional win yesterday. Now it's going to be another emotional one. final time through turn 14 for the 91.
Logan Cloud, he's had so much heartbreak, so much chaos this season in his career. He finally gets the opportunity, and he's going to capitalize. Logan Cloud, first career win in the Crown Royal Truck Series, comes in the Sargento 200 at Road America.
Matt Sladek, P3, he could have had that race won, but he moved over, he blew the carousel, and Logan Cloud finally does it. They said it wouldn't be done. They said it couldn't be done. The worst luck in the NSDCA may have just turned its corner at Road America.
Cloud already, the tears streaming down his face. He's thanking his crew, thanking everyone. Carter Friesen, don't know where he is, but he's trying to get up there so he can see his driver in victory lane. The first time Pedal to Metal Racing has gone to victory lane since season 1 of the Mountain Dew Custom Series 4 years ago at Martinsville. Logan Cloud, first career win, and what a performance he had. Got around Porta, got around Murray, cleared him, and went on to win the race.
What a race. So many different leaders, so many varying strategies, so many implications. This was just a great race overall for a road course. These guys put on a show.
There was a lot of chaos. Many guys going off at the carousel. A couple contact. Turn 5, of course, Calamity Corner, but everyone was making moves to make it through. Ryan Butcher comes home, I believe, 5th with no hood. Carter Friesen is well up there, but you see Murray going up, giving Cloud a bit of that love draft. But Logan Cloud, what a post-race interview this would be. What a celebration this will be at Pedal to Metal Racing in Michigan, everywhere. Logan Cloud wins so close to home. It isn't at Michigan, but it's a close second, a neighboring state in Wisconsin. But it's Logan Cloud taking home the victory in the Sargento 200 today.
What a race. Oh, thank you guys for watching. This was a long one, but it was so worth it in my opinion, I think. It was just such a great race. Austin Murray tried as hard as he could, especially on that last lap with a dive in the Canada corner, but he knew he wasn't going to take Cloud out for it. I'm speechless. That was... Oh, what a race. What a weekend.
It's a fantastic race. Road America, a lot of people have praised it since it's been one of the best road courses in the NSDCA. Today hopefully proves that. Matt Sladek, a very close third. The pressure got to him at the end. Heartbreak there. Matty Porta 4th. Could have had this race won, but a big move. Porta sitting 19th in points coming on in. A great performance today. Carson Bowers also comes home with the top 10 for a struggling Ange Auto day. Zach Rogers, the rookie, 14th in his first start. Fitzwater comes home 16th. Close one. Aluchon had damage to the front of that truck. She comes home with the top 15. A lot of trucks were hoping. It looks like Rockstar Energy Racing is still out of fuel. Spurley Tube had this race won too, but Logan Cloud brings home the victory at Road America. A great performance today. We thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Sargento 200 at Road America, and I'd like to thank my Mountain Dew Custom Series commentator, Peter, for joining me here in the booth today. It was a fantastic performance, many good moves, many crazy moves. Pit strategy comes alive at the end, costs a few guys a win, but Logan Cloud kept it up front today, played the strategy perfectly, and just waited for the rookie to make a mistake, kept on pressuring him, and Cloud comes home with his first career win. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the NSDCA, and we'll see you guys next time. Mountain Dew Custom Series action does not return for a few more weeks till they go to Old Spice, a new road course in the MDCS. As well, the Crown Royal Truck Series come at you next week for Kentucky, a track that we haven't seen in the CRTS yet this season either. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time on the NSDCA. Oh, that's why. Oh, jeez.
That's why I lost so many spots.
Oh.
How?
Oh.
Look at that. Look at. It's a veteran move.
All right. Well.
God.
Tib, Yepes, Duncan out. Bright's pretty much out of it. Brady's out of it. Cody's gonna be complaining. It's fine.